Like, share, subscribe. Shouts out to the Lions Den community. And don't y'all forget to subscribe to the podcast show. Link will be pinned in the top of the chat.
Just name the channel who could bang with us. I'll prove that you are smoking dust. GGB Media is top notch in this game, y'all. You failures only have yourself to blame, y'all. Cricket TV and a weapons make you suckers cry. Why don't you close your channel, crawl into a hole and die? Shout out to those who love our movement, no, we'll never flop until you get your mouth off LGBT. We are the underground outfit, y'all. We built this whole thing by ourselves, no in y'all. Independence start with self-preservation. If you can't take care of self, then how can you build a nation, y'all? Yup, we got that merch for the ladies and yes, we even got that merch for the babies and we got appliances and everything that you will need. We got some banging songs that make anemic haters bleed.
Oh, man, bro. It just got wicked, man. Like, share, subscribe as y'all come on in here, man. Salute to everybody tapped in, man. Appreciate all y'all, man. If y'all haven't, hit the subscribe button. After you hit the subscribe button, hit that bell that it says all. That way you guys will get all the updates whenever I release video content on the channel. Y'all be asking me, hey, yo, Ticket, I missed the video. That's because y'all haven't hit the notification bell and hit all. You got to hit all, man. Look, man, press 2 in the comments if y'all can hear me, man. I got a mic check real quick, bro. I'm going to give a shout out. We getting right into this video, man. It just went down, bro, in a mega interview, bro. And it's all over the news right now. They're talking about Diddy and these underages, man. It's over with, bro. I'm telling y'all, man. It's Curtis, bro. And I'm telling y'all, man, it's a place. It's a special place. It's a special place for people who do things like these, allegedly. It's a special place. Shout out to Kevin, Ted, Simons, Gladys, Harlem, Ronnie, Heath, Volvo, Wisdom, Camilla, 5-Time, Wendy, Nemo, Sheila, Melly, Ellie, Chris, Ted, Prentice, Daly, Sheba, Arceli, Monica, Lovely, F.A., Love Wisdom, Garvin, Beverly, Coconut, Jenny, Ronnie, Rose, everybody in the building. Salute. Miss Donna, all y'all. Nelson Too True. Y'all can hear me? All right, let's get into this, man. Look, man. So Suge Knight did an interview that has gone absolutely viral with former crime boss Michael Francis, right? Who has since now turned his life around. But Suge did an interview with him today that just absolutely went viral, man. And in that interview, man, Suge Knight basically revealed the worst. Now, also, it's on news right now. It's on the news right now, and I'm gonna play that for y'all as well, where that new witness, who I told y'all about earlier today, a lot of y'all didn't see that video. There's another girl that came out, and I told you guys about her before, but she's come out. She's in the TMZ documentary now. She presented some evidence at TMZ that they did not previously have of her being at these parties, and she basically said that Diddy had the underages at the parties and that there were other adults there and there was another famous rapper there. She said the rapper's name. I won't say his name. She said his name in a different video. I won't say his name in this video, but she said that the adults there, she said it was a freak off all night long and it went to like 7 o'clock in the morning. And she said that all of these young ones was in that party dressed up like little Barbie dolls. That's how Diddy had them. And she said that they were hidden by a group of adults and they were doing stuff that they were hiding what they were doing in that freak off party, which is absolutely disgusting. She said people was having sex everywhere in there. And this is how Diddy allegedly had these kids lined up, man. It's just a hell. It's a special place. But I want to say this, right? That's all over the news right now. We're going to talk about that in a minute. But Suge Knight came out, did the interview today. And as you guys heard, the girl, Adri English, she came out and she alleged a couple days ago that Diddy and his two sons ran a basically a train on Justin Bieber, while another girl allegedly tied him up uh, at Diddy's request. You know what I'm saying? And she said that she saw that the girl was forced to do that, and that when the girl untied Justin Bieber, that Diddy allegedly beat the girl. Is what she alleged in an interview. Well, now Suge Knight is coming out today, and Suge Knight is confirming uh, that about Justin Bieber, and he's confirming people's valid thoughts about, or he's basically saying, I'm gonna let him say what he said, then I'm gonna give my thoughts. Here's what Suge Knight had to say, you guys. All these people use drugs. Yeah. All these people mess with underage boys and girls. Welcome to Life Beyond the Pulpit. So hold on, I want to say this right now. So once again, this is Suge Knight, you guys, talking about this situation right here with Justin Bieber and Usher. So it's like them, like even though I don't know you, and if you came to the yard I'm on, I'm gonna send you a pair of cats and get my guys to give you some. I say, he's a solid guy. You know, even though we're from different states, different race, but he's solid. Here, go look out for him. Like we'll look out for each other who's solid. They gonna look out each other who do the weirdo stuff. And you know it's weirdo stuff because they involved with pregnant young girls, trying to beat them up, and giving puppy money come from Interscope or Universal for hush money. Yeah. Who would do that? Nobody in the business. But when you look at all those type of things, the biggest victim of all this, believe it or not, he might be a weirdo. Now, I'm not saying everything they allege that he did is true, but a lot of stuff we all been knowing is true. But he the fall guy right now. There's not one celebrity that he hung with is speaking up for him. Snoop and Puffy was so close, closer than most. Really? They would do things together and party together and do things that it was uncomfortable for two men to be that way. Cardi and Trey, Russell Simmons, you know. Everybody knew what Puffy did. This is the big question is this. It's not one person that know that Puffy was Usher. It's not one person that know what the saddest thing in the world is what they did to Justin Bieber. What was that? That's sad. What'd they do to him? Because there's a lot of speculation out there, but nobody. I mean, I've heard things, but what did they really do to him? They had sex with him when he was a kid. I hate to say that. I hate to say that because I really like Justin Bieber. I feel bad for Justin Bieber, and this is when it happened. If Justin Bieber came from a wealthy family. Justin Bieber pretty much came from a poor family, but the young man was so talented, and he could have been bigger than Michael Jackson. But the depression of the drugs and the stuff they allowed these grown men to do to this little boy is unhealthy, and it's fucked up. No grown men supposed to be getting high and doing drugs and drinking with kids. It should, you know. Yeah, Justin Bieber has been getting this out in different ways. You know, you could see it in his music and just what he's been trying to say without saying it. So, I mean, I think everybody knows what you just stated to be true. I mean, you had grown men would take Justin Bieber. A grown man take Justin Bieber when he was young to a vacation, a romantic vacation, showing pictures on the Instagram with no women, nobody else but a grown, successful man and this little kid. And even if you and I was going on vacation together, and regardless if the wise man or not, it's definitely not going to be me and you. It's going to be mad because we're going to have some there. Or I'm not going to be sitting on a romantic island, just you and me. Hell no. Hell no. I'd rather take the chance of my girl saying, hey, you know, you out there having parties and all, you right. She damn sure ain't going to say this, you and I on a romantic island, that's us. Hell no. They took Justin Bieber, and that's them. Not only is it a bad look, it's sad. Yeah. But the worst part about it is, everybody said what was done to Usher, and they done to Justin Bieber.
And the thing with Usher, Usher spent the night and him and Puffy being in the same bed to do an album. They never did one song they put out at that time. On top of that, when I met Usher, I came on one time. I'm speaking to the guy because he got good songs. That's out of respect. Young black man. This dude rolled his eyes at me. And so then somebody came over and kept saying, Suge, don't have one of your guys do nothing to him. He a good young man, but him and Puffy got a thing. He a thing. He said, he gave me a look like, And I thought about it. The way he rolled his eyes at me, it wasn't like somebody homie rolled it. It was like I beat up somebody, man. Like I beat his, he the bitch. Like somebody to roll their eyes, like you beat my boyfriend up. I ain't speaking to you. Really? It was one of those, right? Yeah, for sure. And the crazy thing about it is like Leslie, his mother, and everybody else said the same thing. Well, it was wrong, but if we go and get Puffy in trouble behind that, Usher wouldn't be Usher. He'd be known as the guy who got molested by Puffy, and they didn't want that. They wanted the money. I met Usher back in, I think.
That shit's sad, y'all. Absolutely devastating. And now they on the news, y'all, banging on Diddy with this situation with this girl that came out today on the news. I'm gonna play it with y'all what they had to say today on the news just now. This came out on the news just now, man. That absolutely devastating. You talking about young ones, bro. And I don't care who you are, what part of the earth you on, what part of the world you're on. When you talking about the young ones, bro, I don't play that shit, man. And I'm just telling y'all right now, man, I don't play that, bro. You're talking about young ones, man. And that's out of pocket, man. That's out of line, bro. You don't do that shit, man. Like real talk, man. It's a place called hell for people like that, man. It's a place called HE double hockey stick for people like that, bro. Real talk, man. Real talk, man. Real talk. And Suge said that people knew this. And I believe a lot of other people knew and didn't say nothing, man. They all scumbags, man. Because it's a kid, bro. Them kids, man. Straight up, bro. Them kids, bro. The kids, man. You don't play those games with young fellas like that and young ladies like that. You don't do that shit, man. You just don't, bro. You want to be freaky. You want to have little freaky parties. Do whatever. You knock yourself out. You got adults. You having consensual things. That do what you gonna do. You playing with the kids though, man. Nah, man, I ain't with that shit, man. Straight up, bro. In real life, man, I lose my life behind that shit, protecting the young one, man. Because at the end of the day, man, that's what we supposed to do. That's what we supposed to do.
And I want to start with Tania Wallace, who claims she's been at a freak-off and said she saw children, and it was hard for her to say it.
It was very hard for her to say it, Ashley. So what she said was that she was flown out from L.A. to Miami by this Saudi prince, and they ended up eventually on Star Island at one of Diddy's parties. She says, among many other things, I mean, she goes into detail. This, she says, happened in 2018. She says that she walked into the house and there was a cluster of adults around what she described as little people. And they were dressed up as Japanese Barbies. I forgot the name. It's Eric something. You can help me out here. It's a certain type of Barbie. Anyway.
I know the name, but I've forgotten it. But go ahead.
So she explained that that they were just clustered around these little people, and I kept pushing her, and she eventually said, look, they are little people who should not be at an adult party. And I pushed her, and it was apparent what she was saying is they were minors. Now, she didn't see anything specific that was going on with them other than that adults were kind of huddled around them. But she told just a wild story about what was going on at the house, even at 7 a.m, that this thing apparently raged all night long.
It's amazing. TMZ always gets such great scoops, and this one might be one of your best as well. You got a hold of one of the freak-off tapes. Your producers have seen it. The description is, and I'll quote, it's porn directed by Diddy himself. And a male sex worker really sort of walks through what happened in the experiences that he had. They didn't sound illegal, but they sure seem to comport with a lot of the other stories that have been told.
Yeah. So this was a threesome.
What you would ask me about earlier about Tania Wallace, she said there were more than 100 people at that party, including at least 4 celebrities. But this, what you're talking about now, was a threesome, and that's something that the U.S. attorney even referenced. And his lawyer in an earlier documentary we did, he was describing threesomes. He says it was all consensual. So yes, what we're told is that this male sex worker was flown out to various locations over a couple of years: Miami, New York, Los Angeles, and one other. And they would meet in hotel rooms, and Diddy would often watch as he would have sex with this woman who was associated with Diddy. So that seems to be what the feds are looking at right now in terms of alleged sex trafficking, if they are transporting somebody and perhaps paying them to cross state lines. That could end up being part of sex trafficking. Now, we know that this guy got a subpoena, and he ended up not testifying before the grand jury, but talking to prosecutors, and we're told that he left that tape with them. And in fact, if he was transported, if he was even consensual in that setup, you're right, that is sex trafficking. It's classic federal crime to cross state lines for the purpose of selling sex. But it also comports just with the description of many of the other incidents that did sound illegal, where there was, heavy intoxication involved in some of these incidents, but the setup sounded very similar. There was something else that was so revealing in your interviewing with 2 friends of Diddy's who seemed very defensive of Diddy. Stevie J, a producer and a friend, and Ray J, an entertainer and a friend of Diddy. No matter how many times you ask the question, both of them seemed to deflect. I never took part in any of it, and yet they were so close to him, and seemed to suggest that people, famous people, are paying off victims to keep their names out of the Diddy story. Well, Ray J as much as said that to me. That he said that there were celebrities confiding in him, that they were either approached by either the man, woman, or their lawyer, or they actually went to the person themselves and offered money for silence. And that's what Ray J is saying. Now, I will say that we interviewed Tony Busby as well. He is the Houston lawyer who is representing more than 120 alleged victims. And he told me that, yes, they have sent demand letters out to various other people, high-profile people, and it's essentially an ultimatum. Either pay up or we're going to sue. Thanks.
And I'm going to tell y'all something. It goes on from there, you guys. And it's absolutely devastating, this entire story. But then you had the situation, you guys, where it went beyond the Suge Knight thing. It went to corroborate, because the girl I told y'all about, she did that interview, and that girl in that interview, ladies and gentlemen, she revealed and she said that all of the presidential candidates were at the Diddy parties. She named every last one of them as her allegations. And she did that in the interview that she did with Sean the other day. She named all of the candidates. She named all of them. And I could not believe that she named all of those people. But she went through and named all of them. You can name them. She said they were all there. All of them is what she said. In fact, let me see if I can get right to the part where she said. She said all of them was in there. That's what she said. She said she ain't hold no punches. She said they all was in there. And she named them by name. Now, you believe what you want to believe. But she said she had to give her life to God and get away from this foolishness, because she said that she was headed on the path of destruction, straight to hell.
It's going to be leading people to hell. The people that click on, there's nothing wrong with the adult entertainment industry, to each his own. I'm not hating on it, but I was raised in the church as a Christian. I wasn't raised like that. That wasn't my dream to, I look comfortable doing it and whatever. That's because I am like a sexual person naturally, I've been told that I'm sexy since I was 12 years old. I don't try. Like, I just naturally, I look young. I'm only 46, so I still can pull guys in my 20s.
Listen, to the person who said the girl's name, yes, she said all of them. She named all of them. She said they were all there together. That's what she said. She says they were all there together. All of them.
And it's not like I'm trying to do it. I don't do anything special. I don't work out religiously. I don't, eat a certain herb. I do nothing. I smoke weed still. I, drink champagne and wine. And I just been blessed. God just gave me good genes because he's trying to maintain my appearance for y'all so I can get out here and perform so y'all can see what it was all about. Why did he have me there every party when there were tons of go-go dancers all up and down the tri-state? He could have hired anybody, but he kept bringing me back for a reason. I'm so dope. Beyonce had to become my persona. Y'all think about that. The Beehive. Beehive, think about it. Her name is Beyonce. Why did you have to go from that exotic name of Beyonce to Sasha? Why you just couldn't be Beyonce Fierce? You feel me? Beyonce Fierce would have been dope too. Why'd it have to be Sasha Fierce? And I have video of Diddy announcing me as Sasha at his parties from 2004, and Beyonce didn't become Sasha in 2008 or 9. So, you know what I mean? Like, come on now. Like, I don't got to make it up. So, as punishment, I sent one of my friends on her dad, and he got her pregnant. And so now her dad pays child support to my friend, and Beyonce has a sibling, and her parents got divorced. So, that's what you get.
All right, let's just pause here a minute.
Shout out to Solange. I love Solange. I want to holler at Solange. I want to work with Solange. You're dope. I listen to Cranes in the Sky like every day, girl. You were my inspiration, Solange. You are dope. You're the real MVP behind the scenes. I want to work with Solange.
All right, so we've got almost 5,000 watching live now across all platforms. If you've just joined us, we are here with Adria English's first ever live stream Q&A. Get your questions in, folks. Adria was right there at the Freak Offs, was hired by Diddy.
Great to be there, yes.
Witnessed a lot of heavy stuff that we're going to get
Countless
into.
things that you guys would never in your wildest dreams would think people need to do just to get off.
We're going to slow down a bit. Go back to the first time you ever met Diddy. What was that encounter like?
It was dope. You know, he has a good charisma. He's a star essence about him. It was good energy. You know, I was driven to the Hamptons. They provided the car service. So when I left the city, I was thinking we were going to get there quick, but it was like a 4-hour drive through Long Island. And so I was like, what? Where are we going? And then all of a sudden it turned it all wooded and like all these trees.
Now, see, that's how you know this person ain't lying. How you ain't gonna finna say all that shit and just making something up. See, you're not finna add all them little details in and you just lying and making this shit up. That's how I be determining. When I listen to people, and I really listen to people look at their stories and stuff, the stuff that she's throwing in there and saying the way she's saying that, bro, that girl ain't lying about that. She not lying about, man, I thought it was gonna be quick, man. It took us a 4-hour ride to get up there. And then talking about how the trees looked and when she went in. These people remember this stuff photogenically.
And bachelorette parties, and you know, people get wild and crazy and get naked and run around, and you know what I mean. So I was just thinking, rich people do it bigger than that. So this was like, this is what they do. But I didn't realize having me allegedly, you know, perform sex, and I'm an employee. First of all, like you had us drinking alcohol as an employee, encouraged. The alcohol was laced, and then you had me doing extra favors that he was benefiting from, using my heart, you know, desire to rap, sing, and perform as, you know, the carrot dangling in my face that I was, you know, participating. And then it was like the elite. So it wasn't like he had me like on Skid Row jumping in and out of cars for $20. Like these were millionaires and billionaires. People, everybody that I was involved with could change my life for the better. So I'm like, why go out there in the street and be trying to figure out how to get to the people that I'm in the room with? I'm here. All I got to do is cooperate and I'm be on like them. It just never happened. I just didn't understand. Like I didn't do nothing to nobody. Like why I couldn't get on. There's enough money, opportunity, awards, performance to go on, you know, like why I got to get blackballed and shut down? Like, why I wasn't provided the equal chance for the people to say, oh, she whack or she's dope. You know what I mean? Like, why I had to just, you know, go to mental hospitals and work jobs that I haven't been able to keep longer than a year since then because I caught 3 DUIs because my chemical balance in my brain is messed up forever with all those, you know, horse tranquilizers and muscle relaxers and ecstasy and everything mixed with the alcohol. It like changes the balance in your mind. So whenever I drink, you know, wine or whatever or champagne, like I get crazy. Like my last video, y'all. I was drinking on that one. This is just coffee. So you can notice the difference in me. When I'm talking like this with some sense, and you might see me sipping, it's just coffee or soda. When you're seeing me and I'm acting sexual and I'm wild, all of a sudden I'm her. I naturally turn back into Sasha without even trying. Like I'm talking about if I'm in the room and everybody are married couples and they get me drinking, I'm flirting with everybody's man. And I'm not doing it on purpose. I just naturally go automatically back into stripper, go-go dancer, life of the party, make everybody happy mode. And it comes off as, who does she think she is, trying to, you know, steal the shine or, you know, I don't need attention like that. I naturally get it, you know.
So the chat's going at lightning speed, but there's a lot of questions.
There's
a lot of questions coming about J-Lo. Did you see J-Lo?
Oh, man, fuck J-Lo. Fuck your hoe. Hey, it's on site, bitch. I said it. Hey, Jenny from the block. Hey, what's that movie when she was fighting that dude? When he was beating her ass and she trained and did all that? Hey, you still remember them moves, bitch. Come back to America and try me.
I watched your other.
Why you participated way more than you want to believe. You were not innocent. Sticking all that stuff up in my friend when she was underage. We described everything. She remembers everything. Thank God certain things didn't happen to me. I didn't experience everything my friend did. Like, I didn't have 2 babies that were taken out of my stomach, so I don't know where they're at.
How old was the friend?
11 years old initially when she was kidnapped. She stayed with him to 15 years old.
Oh, my God. And do you know how they managed to kidnap that person, how they got a hold of her?
She was walking down the street at 11 years old, and they offered her jelly beans. Harvey Pierre, I believe, allegedly. And next thing she knew, she woke up in New York City. They had the nerve to put her on a private jet, flew her to New York City. She wasn't wearing that. She had barrettes and pigtails in her hair. They put a D&G sweatshirt on her and did her hair dip and put makeup on her, and then put her on Diddy's lap and had the nerve to take a picture like a trophy. Like she was just like a stray rescue dog or something. Like, and the reason why he was able to get away with it because her grandmother, who had custody of her, had also custody of other kids in the family because her mom was on drugs and running around, and the grandma was receiving a check to take care of all the kids. And she thought if she brought light to the fact that the one little girl was missing, that she would mess up all her checks and her way to provide for the family. So the grandma never even said anything, even though because she was calling when she could and checking in, so she knew she was alive. So she was just like, and then my friend actually got away and went back to grandma, but because grandma and them didn't believe her, she went back over there to gain proof. And that's crazy to get away. And she said she had to hitchhike, and in hitchhiking, she ended up running into some drug dealers and stuff that ended up knowing Diddy, allegedly. And they just called him up like, hey, it's this girl asking about you when she was, 12 or 13 years old or something like that. But she had a body like a grown woman. That's why, her body was advanced already.
So we've seen the photo of the woman and they're eating food off her body. Do you know who that was?
That's the same girl I'm talking about. She's 14 in that picture. I sucked a strawberry off her breast, and she's 14. And I'm doing it, and I didn't know she was 14.
See, that's how you know people ain't lying. The fact that she said that and she's a witness in the superseding indictment, that girl ain't lying, man. She put herself into play. Why would this woman come out here, testify to what she did to a person she says that was at that age and be lying? And then there's the picture online. The picture is online of the girl on the table. That's the girl she's saying is that age. She's saying that girl is the Jane Doe right now in the lawsuit. Why would she lie and put herself into play? She has just incriminated herself. But she is a witness in the superseding indictment. So they're going to use her and use her testimony to bring this dude down in the superseding indictment. Y'all can believe whatever y'all want to believe, man. But I'm just telling y'all what the real is. That girl out here giving full-blown details without no pause. Tell me she lying, bro. Full-blown details, no pause on it. Ain't no, I need to think about a lie and do this. Think about when you got to lie about something, y'all. When you lie about something, you got to tell another lie to cover up that lie, and another lie to cover up that lie, and another lie to cover up that lie, and then start adding up that you lying, dog. This woman out here, this woman right here, listen to what she's saying. And then she didn't hold no punches. When she said that when she alleged that it was the presidential candidates, she said, oh yeah, all of them was there. All of them. She said, and she named names. And she said, not only from the United States, she said from other countries too. See what I'm saying? But so that's how you know she didn't pick no side. She didn't say, oh, well, let me pick this one side and not do the other side. Let me pick that side and not do this side. No, she said all of them.
Nobody would think somebody laying there butt naked is 14-year-old child. People were sticking their fingers in her crevices and all type of stuff and eating it right after.
And that's not cap. That picture's online with all them people around that girl. Nobody knew she was that age. That picture's on. You can find that picture online with all that food and stuff like that. Absolutely disgraceful, man. To y'all who keep asking me all these names, she named all of them. I'm about to play it for y'all because I don't think y'all understand English.
Did you see any celebs interacting in that way? I'm just being polite with the language here.
Yes. But I'm not going to name names on this live. I still have a lawsuit pending, and I don't want to be sued or people saying I'm slandering. But the day is coming where names will be named. We're just going to focus on Diddy right now.
Your friend, is she filing suit as well?
Yeah, she's Jane Doe right now. She's in the process.
Oh, great.
There's actually a girl that's running around from Alabama or something like that that's trying to act like that's her on the table, and she's trying to take credit for stuff, and she's lying. Wherever that girl in Alabama, she's telling a similar story, which I'm sure she probably telling the truth. But as far as those pictures are concerned, that's my friend. She's trying to act like those are pictures of her to give her more proof, but nah, we got them same. You take the blur off the face, you see my friend. Like, her face look the same. So, excuse me, I'm not going to look creepy.
So Jaguar Wright is a friend of the channel. We've had her on several times.
Shout out to Jaguar Wright. I like her.
Yeah, and that's another thing. They attack Jaguar. They say, "Oh, she know what she talking about. She did, she that, she the third." But I mean, I tell you one thing, bro. That celebrity security guard, he said, "Hey, man, let me tell you something, man." He said, "All the crazy stuff y'all hear, that's the stuff that's the most believable." Straight up, that man straight up said he seen Dwight Howard walking around with two dudes in a dress, and I ain't heard Dwight Howard answer their allegations yet. I haven't heard Dwight Howard answer those allegations with lawsuit, and he said they won't answer him because everything I'm speaking is facts. I was right there. I witnessed it all. Big homie.cc, celebrity security guard, who was securing all those NBA players, and he was around all those guys. He said they was all walking around the Diddy party, just straight up. That's why they call it Holly Weird, is what he said.
Like nobody and ran up out of there.
Did you see people react like that a lot, or were most people going with the flow?
Hold on.
Let her be relieved, and so she ended up doing it. Well, no.
Now, I told y'all about the story she said about the girl when that same girl went on the stage. She claims, she alleges that Diddy had that girl dancing on the stage, and that girl had to use the bathroom. She had to do number 2. And she alleges that Diddy would not let the girl do number 2, and the girl let it off on the stage. And she said it was a wet one and went everywhere. And she said that Denzel was right there watching. He didn't even know how old the girl was, but she said Denzel got so hot with Diddy that he grabbed his wife, went up to Diddy, cussed his ass out, said, "You don't effing respect nobody, nigga," and left.
My friend had to do a number 2, and she was on stage, and he wouldn't let her be relieved, and so she ended up doing it on stage in front of everybody, and it was a wet one, and it went everywhere. It was so nasty, and Denzel was disgusted. He grabbed his wife and was like, "You don't respect nobody," and ran up out of there.
I ain't heard Denzel come out and say she a liar. I have not heard Denzel, none of these people come out and say, "Hey, man, she lying." I ain't heard none of them. Haven't heard Denzel, none of them people say, "Hey, man, she lying. That's cap." Nope. How do you make those type of stories up, y'all? How do you make those type of stories up?
Well, no. My friend had to do a number 2, and she was on stage, and he wouldn't let her be relieved, and so she ended up doing it on stage in front of everybody, and it was a wet one, and it went everywhere. It was so nasty, and Denzel was disgusted. He grabbed his wife and was like, "You don't respect nobody," and ran up out of there.
Did you see people react like that a lot, or were most people going with the flow?
It was so much going on. The people that noticed reacted, but it was just so much going on. If you weren't right there in that vicinity, you didn't even know. It was too much going on. But yeah, everybody, and everybody was just walking around zombied out. Like after a certain time, when you make the announcement, if you don't, the regular party's over. If you don't want to participate in what goes on after, it's just interesting. I want to bring up Justin Bieber for a second. Shout out to Justin Bieber, man. I'm a Justin Bieber fan. I want to work with him. Man, I have such empathy for you. You are a strong person, Justin. Shout out to you in your heart. You sing when I hear the pain. Now when I listen to your music.
Well, to the person who said Denzel was okay, she said Denzel did not know. She said nobody in there knew the age of that person. She alleges that's what Diddy would do to people. Diddy would have those cameras rolling because he'd put you in the twist, is what she said. She said that Diddy would have chicks around that you did not know the age of, that wasn't of age, and have people doing all these salacious things, and he get it on tape. And then he come back and use that tape against you. That's what she claimed. She claimed that Denzel and them, nobody in there knew. She claimed she didn't even know until later on the age of that girl, until she talked to that girl. But she said that once Denzel seen what happened with that situation, he snapped on Diddy, grabbed his wife, and got the hell up out of there. That's what she said.
I hear the pain in your voice, Justin. All you wanted to do was sing. Your mother caught you playing your guitar, singing, and thought, "Let me help my son out. Let me focus on with God. Let me nurture this talent." And she thought she was doing the right thing by taking that video to Scooter Braun. And I'm sure Scooter Braun probably thought he was doing the right thing taking it to Usher. Well, Usher, why you do him like that? You need your ass kicked, Usher. Usher, you need your ass kicked. You need to get slapped or something, Usher.
Now notice Usher been quiet about all of this. Usher been moving on like life is normal. Remember, he swept his whole social media and said that he got hacked. Remember all that? Usher been moving on like life is normal. Like ain't nothing been going on. Everything cool. Life is normal. That's what Usher been doing. He ain't answered none of these allegations. Neither has Jennifer Lopez. They asked Jennifer Lopez. She ran her ass up out of there when they started asking her about this Diddy stuff. Think about it, y'all. Think about it. Think about it. Point blank period, man. This is disgraceful, man. And so Suge said that tonight in the interview. He corroborated. Suge said everybody knew that situation, dog. That's what he said. So I'm just be honest with you. Suge said all them people knew. So I'm not even just upset at Diddy. I'm upset at all the people that knew that didn't say nothing. They all should be exposed. Every last one of them that knew about that situation that didn't say nothing for years should be exposed. Because that was a young fella, man. And that wasn't right.
You knew what Diddy was going to do to him. What'd you get by taking him over there? And then you had the nerve, he signed to you. So you've been making money off him after you get him abused like that? You owe him all his money back. Are you Diddy number 2, 3, 4, Usher? Running around here. I mean, this is ridiculous, y'all. Hey, I'm on a live, y'all. Stop calling me when I'm on a live. That's disrespectful. I'm on live. Stop calling me. Make me talk mess. Tell him to stop. To you for being alive still and not being afraid to talk. You gave me the strength to talk because when I first got the strength to put my story out there, everybody was like, you can't say nothing. You gonna mess up your lawsuit. You gonna do this. You gonna do that. And I'm saying, well, I'm filing my lawsuit for justice. Like, it is about the money so I can, set my son up and I can get into counseling and, do all the things I need to do because I can't work a job. I want to be financially straight. But besides all that, I want to work with Jaguar, right? I want to go around and speak at people, victims of, abuse and sexual abuse and sex trafficking. I know a lot. There's certain things I want to tell Jaguar, like in face-to-face, I get the opportunity. And, man, thank you for speaking on me. That was funny, that comment you made about the pardon and all that. Like, I put it out there on purpose so he can't do that. That was the strategy of mine because I talk about it now. If he try to do it, it's going to look a certain way. So when you said that, like, he ain't going down with the dead on, I'm like, yeah, see, my strategy is working.
Do you think Justin Bieber will eventually speak out about what happened? Because
he has to. He has to. He has. He's a father now. You think he would take his kid over there? Even Usher said he wouldn't take his kid over there, so why you take Justin over there? Why? What did he promise you? What extra did he promise you for you to take that boy over there at the time, knowing what he was going to do to him? What did he promise you? And then did you receive it? Because you sold your soul when you did that. I don't know if you can get it back, Usher. What's that song you got out? Shit. Your confessions and burn? You gonna let it burn, all right.
A lot of people...
God didn't like that. God did not like that from Usher, to take Justin over there. Because now it's nothing that Justin can ever do to get his innocence back in that way. He stole so much from him when he took him over there, knowing what was gonna happen to him. He wrong for that. Hey, Justin, I want to work with you, though. If we can meet up. Like, I understand your pain, and my homegirl trying to get in contact with you because she was there with you in the room. So, you want to talk to her? She got you.
A lot of people are asking about the baby oil. If something was.
It's not baby oil, y'all. That's liquid ketamine. Horse relaxer, muscle relaxer. It's topical. You can rub it on you, or you can ingest it, and all of a sudden you become a zombie. Like.
And that's another thing. That's something that y'all need to look out for in the superseding indictment. In the superseding indictment, you guys, that comes down, or when they go to court for this actual case right here, which I think they're going to put a superseding indictment out and then hit them all together. I think you guys need to watch out in court for them to come with this type of evidence. I don't think that they put it out there yet. They're not putting it out there officially yet, but I think that that's something that you guys need to look for, is that right there. Because there's been a lot of words about that. And that's something that I'm going to really look close to when the actual trial comes up. I'm gonna look at that. You understand? To the girl Christy who says Bieber is not innocent, I'm sorry, man. When you are a child, when you are a young one, and you are that age, you know how old Justin Bieber was when he went over there, man? So you say that Justin Bieber is not innocent, man. When you have something that's done to you at that age by an adult, you are innocent if you're a kid, man. So I'm gonna block your bitch ass for saying that shit. I'm going to block your bitch ass for saying that shit. Point blank, period. You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm going to tell you something. An adult has a responsibility. Let me repeat myself again. An adult has, and I'm going to tell you why it means so much to me. Because once again, for years, we have been doing basketball camps for the youth. All the youth come to the basketball camps. The parents drop their youth off in the morning with their meals or with their little juices or Gatorades or whatever, and they leave them in our hands and our care, right? They expect us to respect their kids and deliver their kids back the same way that they left them. They do not expect in any way, shape, or form for their kids to be violated or disrespected in any way. So when you are an adult, you understand what I'm saying, and you're dealing with a kid, the kid is innocent in that situation. I'm sorry. So you're wrong. And your ass is blocked. And if you come back in here, I'm going to Barry Bonds your ass again. I don't have no time for no dumb shit on my channel. I'm sorry. Some of y'all ain't got no brains. Some of y'all choose the devil. Some of y'all choose Satan. Some of y'all choose evil over what's right. And that's sad that the world we live in, that people will turn a blind eye to this shit and come in here capping in that goddamn comment section. You understand what I'm saying?
Your eyes are open, you're talking, but you're not there. The demons have jumped into your body and you're like a robot and they're just controlling you. You're doing. He can tell you to go kill somebody and you do it. If you're a heterosexual straight man, he tell you go suck a dick and you're gonna do it. Excuse my words. I don't know if I can cuss on here or not, but if you're a married man that's never cheated on your wife, now you're cheating on her. If you're somebody that would never have messed with a kid, now you throw you in a room with somebody underage, now you're a pedophile and he recording it all. Allegedly. All this is allegedly, you guys. Allegedly.
A lot of people are asking about your thoughts on Courtney Burgess and the Kim Porter's book.
Okay, I was recently contacted by Chris Todd directly, and he told me that he was the one that gave it to Courtney, that everything is real. But he had wrote his own version based on what was on the hard drives that Kim got out of Diddy's safe. Kim had got these certain things out of the safe and gave it to Chris, who lives here in Orange County, California. Chris called Courtney and said, hey, I want to give these to you for you to turn in. I don't know why Courtney, I guess, was slow rolling about turning it in. And that's why I don't know how the marshals and everybody found out that, I guess Chris had told him that he was giving it to somebody to turn in, and then Courtney wasn't turning in. And then now they're trying to, because of his representation, they're running around trying to sell it now. And if they don't get their price, they're just going to release it to the open market. I don't understand that. Why don't you just turn it over to the authorities? Or if Justin's on there, why you didn't hand it to Justin himself? Like, why y'all doing this? Are y'all out for justice or a paycheck? Y'all the real clout chasing, trying to get a paycheck, not as a big, you know what I mean? I don't know. But I was told that what he turned in or has in his possession is authentic and it came directly from, Miss Kim Porter. Shout out, rest in peace, rest in power, Kim.
So for you guys who don't know what happened, she's claiming that they're saying it is true that Kim Porter stole that from Diddy's safe, and handed that over, and wanted that story to be told if she couldn't make it. So she's claiming that stuff is true and those videos do exist, and now the feds do have those videos. That's the reason why Courtney Burgess has to go back again. He's been recalled for another grand jury indictment. And he said he's not off the hook. And listen, they may try to come at him with charges over that situation. He said he's not off the hook. Courtney Burgess has said that. He said that. He said, I think he had to go to court today. Yeah, he has to go to court today. So he said that he's not off the hook. Yesterday, I should say. Yesterday. But he's not off the hook. Courtney Burgess is not off the hook. He already said that. And when he said he's not off the hook, that's because they're probably looking at him like, bro, were you trying to sell this tape? What were you doing with this tape for this long? Why didn't you turn this information over? Why did you hold it for so long? So we got to see how it plays out with him. Now, I don't know how it's going to play out with him in that whole situation. I'm just telling you what he said. He told the dude that he wasn't out of hot water yet. That he wasn't off the hook. He said that in the interview.
Hear your voice speaking from the grave. You did what you were supposed to do. We got you from here. We got you, Kim. She was there. I talked to Kim a lot. We got you, Kim.
And you got some questions coming about Tupac.
Man, he put that up. Somebody ran. Come on, y'all call me. Super Bowl's coming up. Come on, let's run. Yeah. He was in the. He did a lot to my homegirl underage too, allegedly, but not allegedly, because I can't wait for her to pop out. Oh my gosh, these receipts is crazy. So we have to say allegedly, but the receipts is so strong that somebody should better be hollering at me on some settlement, because your discovery gonna be crazy. Get in contact with me, y'all, because once I pop out with my girl and we start really
So the brother said Too Strong exposed him yesterday. I doubt that, man. I like Too Strong, but he didn't expose him. They actually confirmed, the newspaper confirmed that they had those same tapes that he had. So those tapes were real, and they did turn those tapes over to the feds. That was real. They did turn those tapes over to the feds, and it was confirmed that those tapes were real. He was not capping. And that's why he has to go back again. He had to go back again today for another grand jury indictment. They did. That was real. That was absolutely real.
And that's another thing. People thinking, why are you telling so much? I'm only giving you guys 10%. There's a whole other 90% that I'm saving for the book. And my book is going to be a book, a movie, and a soundtrack all in one. I'm writing everything myself.
When will the book be out?
When I put it out. Actually, I'm looking for a deal. If there's any publishers out there that want to give me a fair price for my life story and go in on it with me and be part ownership, that's open for a negotiation. But don't come to me if you're talking peanuts.
Now, here's the one thing I had to say to her about that. I know you're trying to get compensated, but you just said that you're trying to help people, and you criticized Courtney for not turning over those tapes. But then you said that you're trying to sell the story. So if you were trying to help people, people are going to say to you, well, why don't you, just give all the information for free yourself? That's what people are going to say to you. That's how they're going to attack you, to the lady who's talking, Adri.
I need to have $1 million conversations at this point. Everybody in the room was a millionaire or a billionaire. So don't come at me with hundreds or a little bit of thousands, because we're going to make millions.
Oop, your internet's frozen. Let's see if we can get you back. Can you hear me?
Yeah, man, that's wrong.
She's back. All right, your internet frozen there.
All right. Thought, man.
Why were you told to wear black at white parties?
That was to symbolize who to look for if you wanted to do extras, I believe. And a way to kind of make me the target. If you didn't come there initially for that, by the time they got you faded and said, just look for the black dress. That's all you had to do was look for the black dress. And we usually had some type of shorts on because we were dancing. So we were made to wear a dress. It was just for easy, quicker access. I believe.
Rilden, what did you see at the white parties? Did you go into the private rooms, to the after parties?
I saw a whole lot. I saw nudity. I saw drug use. I saw drugs. I saw celebrities doing a lot of things that they probably embarrassed. My thing is, why was y'all doing it though? Like y'all had to know. I don't know. It's interesting to me that they were so comfortable to let themselves and their guard down like that. They were doing absurd, just demonic, satanic, just ritualistic. So I'm talking about animals, blood, minors. I'm telling you, a lot of people went there lost their souls, man. That's why a lot of people were taking advantage of us from the behind, because you have a chakra back there that leads to your soul. And if you're a straight male and somebody takes that from you, it's like a soul tie. They infuse themselves in you and their juices and all that. It's all nasty.
I'm going to tell y'all the truth, because I see people saying what they're saying in the comments. Her criticizing, and I would tell her this, her criticizing old boy for allegedly keeping those tapes, and her saying, well, why were you allegedly trying to sell those tapes? They're going to say the same thing to her if she tried to sell the story. They're going to say, well, if you're trying to really help the victims, why not come on and tell your story for free? I'm going to tell you guys what I think about what she's trying to do. I think that she probably was so scorned over her career that she was used, and I think she was played. I think she was played the whole time. And, I don't think it was ever any intention for her except for to do what she did. And so I think that she was so scorned over that she walked out of there with nothing. She thought that I'm hanging with all these high rollers and, it's going to be something big. I'm hanging with all these high rollers. It's going to be something big for me. I think that she was so disappointed that she got played. I think that now she wants to turn back and say, you know what? The information that I know, is worth all of this. So now you're going to give me all that y'all promised that y'all was going to give me that I never got. But in my opinion, and I'll tell her this if I could talk to her, she going on about it the wrong way. Because you can't turn around and criticize somebody else and say, oh, well, y'all trying to get off this. But then you say yourself, that's what you're trying to do. You can't do that. Because now people are going to look at you and say, oh, you're a hypocrite. You're looking to get money, blah, 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 blah. You understand what I'm saying? And that's the reason why a lot of people don't believe people like that. Because they say, oh, man, these people are just trying to get money. Yeah, or people feel like, look, I got the information you want. And I'm not finna just give it to you for nothing. You understand what I'm saying? Especially if you're a person that feels like I sold my soul to be in these circles, to be a part of these things. And I got nothing from it. So y'all want me to expose everything. I got to get something out of this. So I think that's probably where she comes from. I think that's the wrong approach. Because of the fact that she criticized the other dude and asked his intentions. So people are going to say, hey, man, look, if you're really trying to help somebody, why don't you come out and let it go yourself? See what I'm saying? So you can't do that because you leave yourself open for that type of criticism. Now, does that take away from what she's saying is true? No. No. It's just that don't say that, hey, one guy's trying to get a payday, but you're not trying to get a payday off of it too. You got information that people want to know. You know that you know a lot of things that other people don't know, except for the people who were involved. And in order for you to let that information go, you want to get compensated thoroughly so you can take care of yourself. Because listen, let me tell y'all something. You think it is hard for her to get a job? You got daggone right. She can't get no normal job. She probably been hiding all this time. You got them type of multi-millionaires and people in those events. It's too much money. She is in a bad situation right now. You know what I'm saying? She's in a bad situation. So yeah, she probably want to get her money, get the hell out. You understand? And this is, I'm gonna tell y'all something. This type of stuff that probably happens, man, when you know, when you have been subjected to a certain lifestyle and you've lived a certain way for years. Let me tell y'all something, man. I'm gonna tell y'all a little story that I didn't tell y'all, right? And it broke my heart. It was a young brother I was looking out for. I was helping him. His father can't walk, and his mother is in prison. His whole family was gangsters, all of them. His mom, all of her brothers, her husband, they were all gangsters and big time dealers. So one day, her husband, his father, gets into it, and I known him because he was a kid. He was in one of my basketball camps, and so I'm a hardcore guy with the young ones, trying to push them to be the best they can be. And the parents, they appreciate that. They appreciated that from me, and I respected that. You know what I'm saying? They came up to me and was like, hey man, I appreciate you pushing my son like that. Because I didn't think they was gonna take it that way. I thought they was gonna take it like, oh, trying to push, like they was gonna come with it. You know what I'm saying? But they respected the way that I pushed the young fellas to be better in that camp, right? Nick T, shut up, bro. So what I want to say is this, right? So throughout all these years, I've been looking out for the brother, just trying to help him out because his mother's in prison. His father can't walk. Father got into a situation with the police. The police shot his father. He can't walk no more, paralyzed waist down. So he can't do nothing with the son. Mother, she was in a SUV with her brothers, 4 brothers she had. She's sitting in the middle of the back of the SUV, 2 in the front, 2 in the back, her in the middle. They get pulled over. They hot. They hot. That SUV they're in was hot, loaded. They all were packing. They actually get into a shootout with the police. The police shoot up the car. All of them scramble trying to get out running. Right? She scrambles trying to get out, but all of her brothers get killed. Every last one of them. All four of her brothers got killed that same day in that shootout. She was the only one that survived, and they spared her life. Actually, she ran to hide behind some type of barrier, and the people who was out there snitched on her and was like, "Hey, she's over here, come get her." And so she raised her hands, and she got lucky that they didn't kill her too. But she lost all four of her brothers that day, right? And so that day, she went to prison, and she got sentenced, I think, for around 30 years in prison, right? So she's been in prison for like the last 10 years. I've tried to get her to allow me to have more leadership and guidance in her son's life. She did not want to completely let me have that because she felt like she could control everything from her son, her daughter, her sons. She had two sons, and her daughter in prison. Her two sons were in my basketball camp. One of her sons, I told her, I said, look, you cannot allow these kids to be going out late at night like that. I said, you don't know what they're doing. You cannot allow them to do that. I said, they're going to get caught up in the wrong thing. I'm talking to her on the phone while she's in prison. She's calling me. I'm calling her, telling her what's going on. And she's like, yo, look, you can't just control them and put your... I said, listen, the situation that happened with you, you cannot allow them to go down that same road. They're going to end up dead or the same place you're at in prison. She didn't listen to me. So her oldest son, what does he do? Somebody gives him bad drugs. Completely destroys his mind. He just walking down the street like a zombie strung out. Just completely lost his mind. So I put him, and this is what ticked me off about it. I'm going to tell y'all something I never told y'all. Because people don't know how much I really do in real life. And I don't talk about this shit. That's why it means so much to me when we talk about these youth. I was so heated with her. And I called her sister pretty much. But I was so heated with her. I said, look. I said, sis. I said, don't call me now. Because when I told you what you needed to do, you didn't want to listen to me. You wanted to let them have more freedom. When I told you I'm out here and I'm able to assess and see the situation of what's going on, who they're hanging around, what they're doing. But now you want to come to me and ask me to help you with this situation that this boy don't got caught up with the wrong people. And somebody gave him some bad type of drugs. He took it, and now his mind ain't the same no more. He don't went out. He's running down the street, just acting crazy in the middle of the street. And nobody can control him. Acting crazy. Don't damn near destroyed my life. I don't took the boy, went and snatched him off the street the way he was. And I said, look, you're going to come to my house. And you're going to sleep in my house tonight. And then tomorrow, I'm going to take you to the doctor. You're going over here, and I was going to take him to the clinic where you get cleaned up. I called a cab. I wasn't even going to drive with that boy like that in my car. I got him in the back of the cab. And he's big now. He's what? At this time, he's probably about 17 years old. But he's big. He's like 6'3". You know what I'm saying? I'm 6'9". He like 6'3", but he's big. He got big, got strong. So we're sitting in the back. I sit in the back with him. I'm not going to sit in the front. You sit in the back. I'm sitting back with him. So I told the taxi driver, I said, yo, look, don't go this route, because if you go past where he lives, he's going to go crazy because he wants to go back to his neighborhood. I said, go the other way. The taxi was like, nah, I got to go this way. I want to go. I said, bro, you're not listening. He goes that way, and as soon as we pass where this boy is supposed to live at, this fool start acting crazy. He opens the door while we're on the highway driving. And God knows I had to put this boy in a half full Nelson with my arms and everything around him. With the door open, I'm talking about some movie shit where his mind had been so gone, that he couldn't control himself. The taxi driver's going crazy. Oh, man, this is crazy. Oh, my God. Da, 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 da. So I'm thinking, I got this boy. I'm putting all my energy in. I'm like, man, this boy, I'm strong as hell. I'm like, that this boy right here. And he still like got this energy. After like 3 or 4 minutes, we driving like this. Somehow I get the door closed, but I got him like hemmed up. And I'm like, yo, look, man, bro, I'm really like, yo, man, you really ticking me off tonight, dog. He starts swinging and punches the cab driver while we driving. This dude swerves and hits the medium. And I said, oh, man, bro. So we finally get to my crib. I already know she's gonna hate me for this. But I said, you know what? It is what it is. Sometimes God puts something on your mind. You got to do something. So we get to the crib, and I'm like, yo, look, dog, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to get up out of here, and I'm going to let you. I said, but look, dog, if I let you go and you do anything else crazy, bro, I'm going to put you down, bro. I'm not going to be playing with you tonight, bro. I let him go. This fool instantly hits the driver again from the back seat. Boom! Now, here's the problem that I had. I had on sandals, so I was already messed up. This fool jumps out of the cab. We're at the crib now. He jumps out of the cab. So I'm trying to rush to get out the cab myself, out the other side of the door to try to catch him. He runs all the way up to the front of the residence. Now, we got a private security gate in my residence. Big, I'm talking about probably like this got to be like a 8, 9, 10 foot gate. This fool jumps over he clears the gate. And I'm trying to chase him in my sandals. And I'm like, damn, man, I can't catch this fool. He's in shoes. I called his mom and said, hey, look, man, this fool, he done went out. So we out all night long. I had to pay the cab for the damages to his car. He going crazy. Scratches on his face, all kind of stuff. Finally find this boy. He's in the middle of the highway, sweating and just going crazy. I'm like, yo. So me and a friend of his mom's, we went out and searched all the streets everywhere. And we finally found him. And so we find him. And I'm like, bro, we're going to have to, I said, we can't take him back on this motorcycle like this because we ride on a motorcycle around there trying to find him. I said, bro, we got to call another cab. We get him. And I said, bro, look, he come back to my house tonight, man. Forget it. He comes. I bring him back to my house. This time, I drag him in the house. I'm talking about full Nelson. Drag him in the house. Me and the other guy, we literally drag him in the house. Now, I brought him in the house, and I have big-ass steel security doors where I can, when I close them and I lock them, he can't get out unless he got the key from none of my doors. I got some big security steel doors on the outside where you can't get out of those doors. So I locked all those doors. Thank God I did. So I put him down to the bed. I was like, look, bro, you got to go to sleep. All right, bro? I said, man, listen, man. Bro, get you something to drink. You got to go to sleep. Got him some water. Got him a glass of milk. I said, bro, you got to go to sleep, bro. I said, you tripping, man. I wake up in the morning. Shorty screaming. I'm like, what? I get up. This man done went and ripped the water lines all out of the sink. It is water flooded all over the house. Have ruined all of my things. And the shorty. Oh, I'm talking about everything. Furniture, everything. Just house flooded. Water dripping all down the stairs, all throughout the house. And I said, oh my God, man. So I instantly grabbed him up. And I forgot to tell y'all this part. When I woke up, all of my windows, every window in my house, this man had opened up every single window in my house. Every single door, except for the steel doors he couldn't get out because he wanted to get out. And I was looking, I was like, where is he at? It's water all over the place, all over the floor. And he's standing in the window. This man done went and took my basketball out of the trophy case, my signed basketball. And he's standing in the bathroom looking in the mirror just, ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm like, what the hell? So I'm talking to his mom. I'm like, yo, we got to take him somewhere. So I end up taking him to this rehabilitation center. And he's been there for almost 2 years now. But he had a brother and a sister that was younger. The sister, she was the youngest. Nice young sister. Nice young girl. Pretty young girl. Long hair, pretty young girl. She come to the court when they was having a playing and stuff. She's like, hi. She always speak, whatever. She got a little bit older now. Her younger brother, I always brought him with me to help me because I wanted to keep him close because I didn't want him to end up the same way his older brother got. So I was keeping him with me. But the mom was like, even after all the other situation, the mom was like, nah, you got to let him go sometimes. You got to let him. I was like, listen. I said, your kids need 24-hour supervision or they going to die. They're going to end up in prison or they're going to die. I said, which one you want? That same night, he tells me, he was like, yo, we got to go get my sister. I said, what happened? He said, she been in an accident, man. I said, damn, 12 o'clock in the morning, man. We go to find this boy's sister. She's been riding around with some dude on a motorcycle. And they got in an accident. And she cut her entire leg, sliced all the way down the entire leg, all the way to her feet. And I'm looking at her. She don't got no hair, looking strung out. I'm like, what the hell? And I seen her, and I just went off on her. I was so upset. Never had that type of anger before, disappointment inside of me. So I took her to the doctor. We got her in the doctor. She stayed there for a few days. So the brothers with her younger brother's with me. He's trying to help me help this situation. So she's recovering. What does she do? She goes back to the street. And I'm saying, yo, she don't got hooked on this stuff too, man. It's controlled her mind. So I'm like, damn, dog. And it was so bad she was having an effect on her younger brother. Because her younger brother was with me, and she know I always gave that boy money to try to help him along. So she'd always call him and say, yo, I need your help. You got to come help me. And this boy loved his sister so much. He loved his sister so much. And I told him, I was like, bro, you can't go around her, man. I said, bro, I'm telling you, I know it's your sister, bro. I said, you cannot do that, man. I said, because she won't listen. She's rebellious. She's went and did her own thing. She's in the street. She don't went and got into this drug stuff, man. I said, you can't do it, dog. Do y'all not know that I had that boy? I had taken him to a basketball camp. And he had stayed over our crib. And do y'all not know? I had left that door unlocked. I left the back door unlocked. I don't know why I was thinking about it. I left that back door unlocked. And something told me. I woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning. And I woke up. Thank God I woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning. I woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning. Something just told me. And as I woke up, I walked through the house. And I was like, hold on, man. What the hell? And the back door is wide open. And I said, what? I thought somebody broke into the house. So I had a machete that I had hidden right in that area. And I grabbed it. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? Since somebody broke in and shit. I'm like, damn. So I'm quiet moving around, trying to see what's going on. Like, hold on, let me go check this boy's room. So I go check the room. I'm thinking he in the bed. Do y'all not know what this fool did? He put pillows and all kind of clothes and stuff underneath the bed to make me think he was under the bed. He was asleep. But I went and pulled the sheet back to try to tell him, hey, come help me. When I pulled the sheet back, I was like, what? I was like, oh, shucks, this fool don't left. So my heart just dropped and started racing. So I ran out the crib. And when I came back in the house, I'm like, damn, dog, I had a big ass gate in front of my house, like I told y'all too. He don't jump the gate. And I'm like, damn, he done did the same thing his brother did, man. So I went and got my phone. And when I looked at my phone, this fool had left me a message. And he told me, he said, I gotta go help my sister. I was so mad at that boy. But I understood. I was like, damn, that's his sister. But the fact that he did that and that he was disobedient, that was the biggest mistake in his life. Because what happened next, it broke me. I ended up getting this boy an apartment. He had just turned 19 years old at this time. I got him an apartment. Because he didn't have any money, he didn't have anywhere to live. He didn't have anywhere to stay. And I told him, I said, bro, don't have nobody in this apartment, man. Got you a 1-bedroom apartment, don't have nobody in this apartment. I told the neighbor, I said, you call me if he got anybody in that apartment. The neighbor called me and said, yo, he got his sister and a whole lot of people over here. I said, what? She was like, yeah, he got his sister and a whole lot of people over here. Like she said, I think they're in there, getting high and stuff like that. I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, I can smell it all over. I was like, damn. So I got up and I go over there, y'all. She's over there. And I go crazy. She's on brought all these crazy people from the street over there. And they all in there getting high and doing whatever they do. I went crazy. I kicked her ass out. And I kicked all them boys that she had with her out. And they were scared of me. You got a big 6'9" guy that run in the crib like that. They got scared as hell. So they dipped. They was like, oh, yo, I'm out. I looked at the young fella, though, her brother. Remember, her older brother, he's still inside of this treatment place. He's been in there for almost over a year now. And I look at this boy. And he gave me the craziest look I've ever seen. I never seen him look at me like that. And it was a demon that was inside of him. They gave him something. And it destroyed him. It destroyed his whole mind. Beautiful young fella. They put something inside of his drug. And it broke my spirit when I saw him like that. And 2-3 days later, I'm looking like, yo, come on, man. Like, I'm trying to shake him out of this. I took him to the rehab center. The same one as his brother. Now, they would not have let me admit him into that one because they said his brother was there. So they don't have the same family members in the same place. So I had to take him to a different place. And because of his disobedience, they don't think he'll ever be the same ever again. And that broke me. That broke me. And I understood. I was like, he was trying to do this to help his sister. Like, he didn't want to leave his sister hanging. But she had gotten hooked. And once she had gotten hooked, she used him because she know I gave him money. So she used him to continue to help feed her habit. And then they dragged him in. And I noticed something. I was like, damn, dog. The entire family, I noticed, went out the same way. Either strung out, dead, or in jail. And I think about that shit every day. And I think about what happened to those young cats. And I tried to help. And the mother, she called me. And I'm going to tell y'all what I did. And I don't feel bad about it. I blocked her number. And I'm going to tell y'all why. I told her before I blocked her number, I said, when I warned you many times, when I was the only one that was willing to help you, because nobody cared. They all asked me, yo, why you even waste your time helping these people? Because I always know we're supposed to be a service and a blessing to each other, especially the young ones, especially the youth. And I told her, I've known you for so many years, but you didn't want to listen to me. And now look at what happened. And every time you didn't listen to me, I was the only one that you could turn to help you. And I told her, I'm not finna be your financial burden or crutch no more to help you out of situations when you making bad decisions. And I've tried to help you. And you repeatedly make the same bad decisions. So it hurt me. But I asked her out of my life. And what I did was I paid for that boy to go to that rehabilitation center that he's in now. And I've just asked her out of my life. She called other people that she knows has a line to me and tried to get me to speak with her. But I refuse to because I've tried so hard. And what I want to say to y'all is that you guys got to understand one thing. And I don't know if you guys got anybody that y'all care about that either got hooked on something or anything. And you can ask my dad. I called my dad and asked my dad. I was like, yo, Pops, because my father, he used to work at a correctional center where all these crazy mofos was at. My father used to work at the detention center. He used to him mofos up. You understand what I'm saying? He used to work with the youth though too, you know. And I asked him, I was like, yo, Pops, what am I supposed to do with this? I said, I explained to him what the boy was doing. He told me what to do. I did exactly what he told me what to do. I took him to the treatment center, boom, just like his brother. But I want to tell y'all something. That girl and all these other people that say they got hooked on stuff, when she say that, yo, when we got those things that they gave us, it made us turn into zombies and the demons and stuff like that, I believe her. I believe her. People don't understand why I believe her. I believe that shit because I seen it with my own eyes in real goddamn life. I seen it with my own eyes. I've seen it. And I don't think people understand. I've seen it. Anybody that know me, they've seen the pictures of all those times I had camps for kids for free. For free. And I'm going to tell you something. Free food, free school supplies, free clothes, free everything at the camps. I ain't even charged. And you know, only one of the kids said thank you all those years. One. Out of all those kids, one said thank you. And I still respect him to this day. He's older now. I respect him to this day. But that's why it bothers me. This Diddy stuff this much. It's because when I heard about all the young ones that was involved, and then when you got the ladies talking about that they was zombied and zoned out and they was giving stuff, I could only go back and think about that situation and think about what that boy looked like when whatever they gave him was laced. And he's lucky God didn't take him up off this earth because he could have took him up out of here. That stuff because what he looked like now, what happened to him instantly was unbelievable, man. So when that girl says those things about, oh man, bro, like when you take that stuff, it just gets you hooked. Like when he says do this, you do this. I swear that boy was in that same mode. I was shaking that boy. I was shaking that boy. I was trying to shake the demons out of that boy. I swear for God, I tried to shake the demons out that boy. And a tear came down my eye because it didn't have no effect on him. He just looked at me with the same look, as if he was helpless, as if that drug completely had just taken over his entire life and put him into a whole different zone, a whole different mindset, a whole different mentality. And I don't think people understand when people get hooked on certain things and these drugs and stuff, they do control people. I've seen it. I've seen it, man. And so that's the reason why a lot of people don't know why I bang so hard on Diddy. Is because you guys don't see this part. And I always respected this about the OGs I came up under, because a lot of these guys were professional basketball players, and the people didn't see the times that they gave back and the time that they gave back in the community. And the parents didn't never think about that. And I had to think about it from a different perspective. Like, you know, when people said, hey, man, why these parents drop their kids off with P. Diddy? They didn't know Diddy was going to do all that. The same way when y'all drop y'all kids off at them after school programs, when you drop your kids off at camps and at these different places, you don't think that somebody is going to violate your kids. Only in the aftermath, when something bad happens, then people will demonize you as a parent and say, why would you do that? Why would you leave them like that? You didn't expect that. So for all of those years, and I thought about this, as I thought about this Diddy stuff, all those years that those parents would come and leave all those kids at our camp. They put trust and faith in us to do the right thing by their kids. And when they came back at 4 o'clock in the afternoon or 5 o'clock to get their kids, they trusted us that our leadership skills and what we had did was the right thing. See what I'm saying? So when you're a parent, and I'm just looking at it from a different perspective, you're leaving your young one with Diddy and thinking, okay, man, this is a big time music star. My kid can be a star. You're not thinking that can happen. And there was so many people that either get hooked in, because let's think about what they said. They said Diddy would allegedly hook these people in and get you laced on something to where you ain't even know what you was doing. You don't even know the age of this person, but I got you on tape. And now later on, you find the age, and now you can't say nothing. I control you. Because guess what? I can drop this at any time. So now you wonder why for so many years, so many people have been quiet. You wonder why now it's crickets and nobody says anything. Because everybody's waiting on that next shooter drop when the feds come with that superseding indictment to say who's on those tapes. And I'm going to tell y'all something. You got all these people out here now, since that situation with Cassie happened, that are brave and coming out here talking about these underages. And I'm going to tell you guys something. When they put the videotapes in the court to the public and show allegedly what was happening to some of these, let me tell y'all something, man. It can't be no Monday morning quarterbacks on this shit. Because the time was now to stand on business about this shit, man. See what I'm saying? When Cat Williams did that interview at the beginning of the year, there was a reason that was the most watched interview in YouTube history. There was a reason why that interview caught fire. That was a reason why that interview did so many views and touched so many people. There was a reason. And now as you watch how the whole situation played out, when Cat Williams said this year will be the year of exposure, and now you start seeing all of these different things And you see why that interview was so important and went viral the way it did. And now you see that spirit broken. And when I look in that picture right there on the left-hand side of your screen, and I look in that man's eyes, man, I'll tell y'all something, man. You gotta fight fire with fire, man. And you gotta be unafraid. You understand what I'm saying? And sometimes it's gonna make people upset, and people gonna be uncomfortable to stand on business. But when you talking about them young ones, and I told y'all this, and I know everybody's not perfect. People go through their own stuff. But what that man did to that girl in that tape, that was a demonic spirit that was inside Diddy. That was the straight devil himself that y'all seen kicking that girl like that. Throwing a vase at that girl. He literally could have took her life had he would have fully connected. Literally. That was a demon right there, man. I'm telling y'all that, bro. So when this girl tell her story, that's why I believe it.
As his feces and blood involved, and they like it. The dirtier, the better. Even let my friend take baths with soap. He used to make her take water bath. He liked the funk, allegedly.
Is that some kind of, when you're talking about debasing the root chakra, is that some kind of voodoo or black magic?
Yeah, all devilish, all demonic, all black cloud, below board. God don't like it. If you have God, I'm of God. God's separating good from evil right now. You got to choose a side. Ain't no more straddling the fence. And if you did sin back then, all you got to do is repent, admit to it, and then you can move on. But all this keeping it secret, don't want it to come out, lying, denying it, all that. You can't lie to God. That's the thing about it. If you think that is no God, then you're gonna keep acting that way and keep denying it. But if you know that God is real, you're gonna have to face judgment day. If you don't want to just go ahead and tell it now, I'm forgiving. I'm willing to somebody say, man, 20 years ago I was wilding, I was acting up, I was on drugs. I don't even remember doing that to you. I apologize. I'm accepting of apology. But all this hiding, secretive, we gonna kill you and all that. Like, come on, kill me and send me back to heaven so I can really find you in the spiritual world. It's eternity we talking about, y'all. Y'all playing games. Everything you look around and you're experiencing, you guys, is all temporary. We are all spiritual beings having a temporary physical experience. Everything, your cars, the chair we sitting on, this cup, money, it's all tools to maneuver on the world to get back to heaven or go to hell, whichever one you want. You're going somewhere. You get this much time in life. You're born and then you die. What you do in between it determines if you go here or here. So what you want? Was it worth it? Running around with the diamonds and the this and they paid $1,000 for my show and all that. But then you lose your soul. Ain't no appeal when you get sent. Ain't no, you got to serve 10 years in hell and then they're gonna ask you again. Maybe you can go to heaven now. No, once you're sent there, that's it for eternity. Not for a couple years, eternity. And that's why I'm here to right all the wrong I've done and to correct whatever wrong that's still floating around. I plan on scrubbing the internet and getting all that off. Y'all gotta help me do it. And because I choose God.
And she said to right all the wrong I've done. See, that's why I don't think she capping. Because she admits she did wrong. See what I'm saying? I told you guys, people put themselves in this play. She admits she did wrong. Right? She admits she did wrong. And I'm going to tell you how I know that it hurt her. Because she told that story where she said that she had did porn for 6 months. And she said that somebody at her church was notified about this, given the video, and they gave it to her parents. And she said that her parents told her, hey, come by the house. We want to talk to you. And she said that she got to the house. And she said when she got to the house, She said that on the screen, her parents had a picture of her with a you know what in her mouth. And she said that broke her spirit. That her parents had to see that and what she was really doing. She said that broke her spirit.
Good for you. So JG is asking, how long were you with Diddy for doing these things, and what happened to you personally?
I was involved with them from 2004 to 2009, and then got an opportunity in 2013 to go to Las Vegas and party with them out there in 2013. But besides that, those are the only years, really. And then personally, it was a lot that happened to me, you know. But
5 years. 5 years of it? Oh.
And there were other parties that weren't like publicized. Like the white parties were like, you know, but they were also just regular parties.
What were the other parties called?
It was just a party. No, it was a certain. Okay, here. It was like a certain theme, whatever the theme was, you know. It could be, you know, it was Labor Day. It was, you know, album release parties that turned into, you know, things. It was birthday party celebrations that turned into other things.
You said you saw royalty and presidential people. Are you able to expand on that?
That's gonna be the next one, you guys. We gotta come back. I can't give it all to you because you're not good at following. When I talk about too much, it jambles on, it rambles on, and then you guys don't get it. It's a lot to unpack, you guys. It's a lot to unpack. You guys have to be patient and be patient with us because as we remember and as we talk about it, it triggers, it brings the pain back. We're targets now. So you guys
a lot of people asking about your safety.
Next interview on that. But yeah, I'm good. I got the hood. I'm in the hood right now. I'm all good right now. I'm in Los Angeles, California with the real ones. Shout out to Fox and Lonnie Boo. Miss Judy. That's my girl. You know what I'm saying? Judy and Fox, they hold me down out here in LA. I got protection. I got street protection. I got Grape Street. Shout out to Grape Street Watch. I love everybody though, but I just love who hold me down. I ain't choose no sides. I'm not in no gang. I'm looking for, you know, who helping me. They helping me right now.
Why do you think Diddy got away with it for so long?
He had money, power, a lot of evidence on people. And nobody wanted to believe that something like this could be happening.
Why?
You wouldn't think just so you can rap and sing, you have to allegedly give up sexual acts, casting couches just to rap, just so I can sing, just so my song could be on the radio. I gotta let you put your juices on me. Like, come on, just so my song could be on the radio. It's that serious that you were looking at people like, until you give me that back there, you get nothing. And then for the people who did do it, you still didn't give them nothing. All your artists is broke. And your mama got all they, Janice, give them back Janice, we coming for you, Janice. Give them they publishing and they write so they can feed their family, Janice. Miss Combs, because you nasty.
And what do you mean by that? What, did you witness something?
Well, allegedly, Janice likes to have threesomes with her own son and minors. She likes drinking breast milk of the minors that she's molesting, allegedly. And he likes to do it rough to his mama, and she likes it. Allegedly. It's not even making love, it's rough. Shit-talking sex. Allegedly. That's why everything put in her name. Allegedly.
Y'all take it as you may. And y'all can go listen to that whole interview she did with Sean Atwood. Where she named the presidential names. She actually named those names in that interview. I'm not going to say it on here. But I'm just going to tell you, she named every name. She said every last one of them was there. Every name that y'all can name in the comments, she said was there at that party. Every one of them. Every one. Of all colors. She named all of them. I couldn't believe it. I sat back and said, damn, she named every one of them. She said, oh yeah, they was all there. So, you know, again, you know, It's a sad situation. But I want you guys to finish hearing what Suge Knight had to say before we get out of here. Because Suge Knight, again, he, I mean, he set it off, man. He definitely set it off. What he said in that interview, man. He set it off, bro. And he basically saying that it wasn't, like I said, he said it wasn't just Bieber, it was Usher. He said.
This is the big question is this. It's not one person that know that Puffy was Usher. It's not one person that know what the saddest thing in the world is what they did to Justin Bieber. This the big question is this. It's not one person that know that Puffy was Usher. It's not one person that know what the saddest thing in the world is what they did to Justin Bieber.
What was that?
That's sad.
What'd they do to him? Because there's a lot of speculation out there, but nobody. I mean, I've heard things, but what did they really do to him?
They had sex with him
when he was a kid.
I hate to say that. I hate to say that because I really like Justin Bieber. I feel bad for Justin Bieber, and this wouldn't have happened if Justin Bieber came from a wealthy family. Justin Bieber pretty much came from a poor family, but the young man was so talented, and he could have been bigger than Michael Jackson. But the depression of the drugs and the stuff they allowed these grown men to do to this little boy is unhealthy and it's fucked up. No grown men supposed to be getting high and doing drugs and drinking with a kid.
Hey, Suge, Justin Bieber has been getting this out in different ways. You could see it in his music and just what he's been trying to say without saying it. So, I mean, I think everybody knows what you just stated to be true.
So, I mean, the Michael Frenzy podcast. Michael Frenzy, he's a former crime boss.
You had grown men would take Justin Bieber. A grown man take Justin Bieber when he was young to a vacation, a romantic vacation, showing pictures on the Instagram with no women, nobody else but a grown, successful man and this little kid. And even if you and I was going on vacation together, and regardless if the wise man or not, it's definitely not going to be me and you. It's going to be mad because we're going to have some there. Or I'm not going to be sitting on a romantic island, just you and me.
Hell
you
no.
Know what I mean?
Hell no.
I'd rather take the chance. I'd rather take the chance of my girl saying, hey, you out there having parties and all, you right. She damn sure ain't going to say this, you and I on a romantic island, that's us.
Hell no.
When they took Justin Bieber and just them, not only is it a bad look, it's sad.
Yeah.
But the worst part about it is, everybody said what was done to Usher, and they done to Justin Bieber. And the thing with Usher spent the night and him and Puffy be in the same bed to do an album, and they never did one song they put out at that time. On top of that, when I met Usher, I came on one time, I'm speaking to the guy because he got good songs. That's out of respect. Young black man. This dude rolled his eyes at me. And so somebody came over and kind of said, Suge, don't have one of your guys do nothing to him. He a good young man, but him and Puffy got a thing. He a thing. He said, he gave me a look like, And I thought about it. The way he rolled his eyes at me wasn't like somebody homie rolled it. It was like I beat up somebody, man. Like I beat his, he the bitch. Like somebody to roll their eyes. Like you beat my boyfriend up. I ain't speaking to you.
Really?
It was one of those, right? Yeah, for sure. And the crazy thing about it is like Leslie, his mother, and everybody else said the same thing. Well, it was wrong, but if we go and get Puffy in trouble behind that, Usher wouldn't be Usher. He'd be known as the guy who got molested by Puffy, and they didn't want that. They wanted the money.
I met Usher back in, I think, 1999 or 2000. I did a concert up in San Francisco, and I had Usher and Casey and JoJo and a bunch of guys back then. And he was a nice kid at that time, man. He was respectful, and he did a great job. I guess this was before Puffy got a hold of him. My friends, if you enjoyed this version.
So, yeah, man. Shout out to Michael Franzi as well for that interview. I'm gonna put the link, you guys, because the interview is like almost 40 something, 48 minutes long. Michael Franzi's got like 1.5 million subscribers almost. He's got 1.4 million on YouTube. So he has a big channel. You know what I'm saying? And that video now has 300,000 views, and it's only been up for about 10 hours. So it hasn't even been up for half a day. That video is gonna do over 1 million views easy. The interview with Suge Knight. With Suge is basically making those allegations. Now we'll see if Diddy's lawyers deny that too. But Suge is saying that a lot of people already knew that. You know what I'm saying? That's what was going on with Diddy and with Usher and with Justin Bieber. Those are the allegations that Suge Knight is making. You know what I'm saying? Again, Diddy's lawyers will have a chance to, give their response, which they'll deny everything and say it's all a lie and it's all cap. We already know what their response is going to be. But, it's a lot more people now coming forward making claims about Diddy and Justin Bieber, man. You know what I'm saying? Diddy and Usher, So, I mean, they said that they got the tapes. That's the tapes that the brother said he had. He said that they're in those tapes. He said it. Courtney Burgess has already said that they're in those tapes. Courtney Burgess, he said that they're in those tapes. He straight up said it. He straight up said that they're in those tapes. And I'll leave y'all with what exactly what he said. And those are the tapes that the feds confiscated.
And that drink, the second drink of the until. So a few months after you pressed up a bunch of books, and you tried to advertise the books to get them out there, right? To get her memoir out there, right? Because the memoir is super, sensational, right? It talks about hello to another one, then I take all my business with it. So it was I say it's probably like 8 to 7 different videos and more words written to it. You understand? It was more like a diary that was going to be turned into a book at first. And it's talked about her nose being broken, that he hated her, that he was messing with young boys. Talked about how he tore Usher ass up. When you looked at the flash drives, who were the two? I know we spoke before. You said there were 2 young artists. One was Usher. Who was the other one? One was Usher, and I believe the other one was definitely somebody's son. It was definitely somebody. Okay, it wasn't. Before we talked, you said it was Justin Bieber. Yeah, I thought it was him too, as well. It was Justin Bieber and anybody else? Will Smith's son too. Will Smith's son too. I ain't holding no punches. Yeah, it was Will Smith's son too. And there were some young women. It was females. I'm not good with everybody's name in the music business because I only list several different artists. But it was J-Lo. It was in there. It was the young lady that sued him. I can't remember her name. Right, Cassidy. Cassidy. I can't really tell how it's made because you got to really draw it in. It seemed like
They got that commercial
on the shooting from a corner. There was some in the bathroom. It showed that how they set Kevin Hart up. But see, what do you mean set Kevin Hart up? Oh, somebody came and gave him. That was the newest one. I'm mixing them up. The newest one I had got was like when Kevin Hart was in a hosted his show, and they was in a bathroom, just him, and then a bodyguard came in there. Then he came out, and the girl bought him a drink. He tasted, and it's like he tasted when he tasted it, the second drink of the same glass. That's when he was coming combined with, like something was there. Then it showed him in the tub getting whacked. You know what I'm saying? So that's when I switched it.
When it showed Usher and Will Smith's son and Justin Bieber, I mean, were they underage at the time?
I tried to go by his tattoos for Justin Bieber age, but at the time it started from when he could have been 16 because he was real. He had all the tattoos on it. He had the little shaggy head doing the front. I forgot the bob, whatever the girls call it, hanging in front of his head. And Game handed him a bottle. Like, there wasn't nobody forgot the bottle. Game walks around Diddy, hand him the bottle, he drink it, and it like blew him down off his feet. So he could have been young back then. You understand? You could say he wasn't 17. I don't know if he, you understand, he didn't have taken too far out of Pampers. So, you know, I mean by that, he definitely wasn't 17 or 18. I could say he was pushing 16 hard or early because how, you know, how he was dressed and how he was, you know, yeah, I could say he probably about 16 or 15.
If that's the case, then and Usher was in those same videos, is it around the same time period?
Usher was in a video when he was definitely young because I remember he came home. They talked about drinking the champagne. He had champagne. He talked about he was. He asked him in the video, "Was that Ed Lover for Hot 97?" So you talking about Ed Lover back in Hot 97 when he was DJing? You take the time for that. Usher had to be like 16.
So yeah, y'all, that was the dude who said he had the tapes, Courtney Burgess. So again, you guys can go check out the interview with Suge Knight. The full interview is right there on Matthew. It's right there on Matthew Francie's channel. I'm gonna put a link to that in the comments section below. So you guys can go check out the full interview that's going viral right now. It's probably going to do 1 million by tomorrow, the views. And so Suge Knight basically came out and said that, you know, it's sad what happened to Justin Bieber. He said that he said a lot of people already knew this in the industry, like behind the scenes. People been known that. He said they known it about Usher too, is what Suge Knight said. So I wonder if, you know, Usher and Justin Bieber will respond to what Suge Knight has said. Also, there's been multiple people that said this too. Courtney Burgess has said he saw it on the videotapes. It was on those tapes that the feds now have. Also, the girl, Adri English, she claimed these things as well with Justin Bieber. So I mean, bro, man, you know, it is a sad situation. You talking about the young kids, man. So the person says, I believe Courtney, yes, because Courtney was indicted. Excuse me, not indicted. He was grand juried again for the second time today or yesterday. So yeah, he had been grand jury twice. They're not grand jurying this guy twice if he didn't have real information and turned it in. So yes, and not only that, if you looked at the news, TMZ already said that they viewed one of the tapes, and also the New York Post said that they viewed over 24 tapes, and they said that the stories line up with what they saw in the tapes. And the feds admitted in the interview with the New York Post that they have the same videotapes that line up as well. So they've already had those tapes. Yes. So yes, I do believe Courtney Burgess. I do believe him. Definitely. 100% I believe him. Yes, I believe him. I don't think he's lying. I don't think he's capping. I think he got him. And I believe I know how he got him too. So yeah, I believe he gave him. I believe that they turned him over to the feds. I believe that. I believe the feds came and got him. And that's the reason why he was grand jury. Point blank period. So for the people who keep asking, well, do you believe it? Yes, I believe it. Yeah. And I think that you will too when it comes out in court. You know, I'm going to say something. I did a video earlier today. A lot of people didn't believe in the PNB Rock situation. A lot of people came out demonizing that girl, saying, oh, that girl, she's the one who got him killed. She set him up, blase, blase, blah. Man, listen, let me tell y'all something. Didn't I tell y'all this? Y'all didn't see the evidence at first. When you deal with the legal system, you only see the evidence once you go to court. Let me repeat myself again. You see the evidence once you go to court. So in the situation with the dude who got murdered in California, PNB Rock, guess what happened today? They released the videotape after almost a year that this dude don't passed away. And now in the tape, now all of the things that the people accuse this woman of and demonize her with, and said she said the man, it was a lie. They actually put out the actual video footage and showed how this man was set up and plotted on, how he was plotted on, how he walked in the restaurant, how he dapped up the dude that was in the restaurant. The dude dapped him up on the right hand side. He didn't even know dude. Dude reached out, dapped him up. And then how it showed the two dudes in the parking lot talking and scheming. And then it shows how they sent that boy in there. Yeah, it's all on videotape. And it's the same type of stuff that's going to be happening in court with Diddy. When they get into court, it's going to take a couple years. We're going to come back. And when they play that shit in court, people can't take away the stuff that they've said. They have this man's chain on the ground. These are all the things you saw in the security tapes. They have the guys talking. They got the video of the boy going in there and shooting the man. They got the video of this dude crawling out during the shooting trying to get the hell out of there with his pants halfway down. They got the videos of the paramedics and the EMTs in there trying to revive this man's life. I'm showing you stills. They got the video of the cop's chest cam when they went in there and they blamed this lady, but look at her face, she's devastated. But they try to say she set her up because none of them people seen these tapes. But the tapes told everything. When she was in the interrogation, when they told her the news that he had passed away, and you seen her reaction. Yeah, it gets real. The getaway car. Them two dudes still talking. The getaway car. The getaway van, I should say. When he's walking blocks away with that bag, the clothes in the bag that was a crime was committed in. When he goes around the corner. When he throws it in the garbage. And how they got those names. And all those people. So you can say, hey, man, this is fake. This is fake. They're not going to show you the evidence till they go to court. Think about this. The police could have showed y'all all these videotapes they had when the PNB Rock situation first happened. They didn't. That's not how they work. They have to keep this stuff private for the investigation to not be broken, to not give up their hands. So when they go to court, they can protect witnesses, protect people that's involved. You guys got to understand that aspect. A lot of y'all don't understand it. A lot of y'all say, I want to see the evidence. I want to see the evidence. You're not going to see it till court. When they get to court, they're going to show you this shit. Then you're going to be like, damn, I ain't know all this. What we try to tell you? Try to tell you. What you think? They just got these names and popped them up out of the blue? Yeah. And they got tapes. And they've already admitted that they have tapes that they've viewed and have tapes that they've confiscated and have tapes that they still are looking over. So the person who says you think Courtney would be in more fear, he ain't in fear. He's already spoken about that. They ain't in fear. Only thing these people fear is God. You would be in fear. You're not in fear when you put your face on it and you're out in public. You're not in fear. So to the person who said, I think he'd be more in fear, yeah, okay. Yeah. The thing he would be in fear of is lying to the feds, knowing that if you lie to them about this type of situation under the penalty of perjury in the court of law, you're facing 20 in the pen. You're facing 20 in the pen. Look it up. Look it up. Look it up. Look it up. So yeah. Like, share, subscribe, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Suge Knight. Hey man. Suge said it's true. Now we'll have to wait to see what Diddy's lawyers say in response to this. But yeah, they think it's a game, Bobby the Great. They think it's a game until they get to court and they start playing them videos, and then everybody that wasn't convinced, that tried to hold on. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, bro. The feds don't work like that. When the feds come get you, man, the feds investigate you for 3, 4, 5 years before they come get you. They're not finna play with you. I think people don't understand that. Diddy's lawyers, the only thing they doing is getting money out the cat, in my opinion, by telling y'all all of these things. So let's keep getting paid. Let's keep the checks going. Let's not solve this now and say, hey, look, let's just go ahead and do a plea. That's too easy. You get more money dragging it out. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Like, share, subscribe. Ring that bell, man. God bless everybody watching this video, man. Salute. Y'all know what it is.